Namaskaram. In this lecture, we are going to target on exemptions which are applicable exclusively for non-resident. These exemptions are important from multiple choice question perspective. Usually they don't target these exemptions in big questions, but yes, 2-mark questions or 3-mark short notes type of question can also be targeted from this particular series of exemptions that has been created exclusively for non-residents. So let's talk about those exemptions. The first section that we are discussing here is section 10 clause 4 subclause 2, interest on money standing in the credit of NRE account. So what do you mean by NRE account? NRE account is open in Indian banks, but it is in foreign currencies. Please understand, a lot of non-resident Indians are staying outside India and they wanted to save money in India with Indian bank accounts, because whenever they know that for job purpose they have gone outside India, but one day will come and they will come back to India, or just for investment purpose also they wanted to invest money in India, but they should invest money only in foreign currency, not in Indian rupees. If they have invested money in Indian banks by taking the approval of RBI, it is according to the guidelines framed by the RBI. Obviously, this NRE account, non-resident external account, non-resident means NR, okay, and external account means it is a foreign currency account. If it is open as per RBI guidelines, then any interest which is earned from this account is exempted in the hands of non-resident. Okay, very simple. In case of individuals, it's not applicable for corporates. Any income by way of interest on money standing in his credit in non-resident external account in any bank in India, accordance with the Foreign Exchange Management Act and the rules made thereunder, would be exempted, provided such individual is a person resident outside India as defined in FEMA, and person who has been permitted by the Reserve Bank of India to maintain such accounts. In this context, it may be noted that joint holders of NRE account do not constitute a AOP by merely having these accounts in joint name. If husband and wife both are having joint name, that doesn't mean they are having a AOP account. It will be individual only and exemption will be granted. The benefit of exemption under section 10(4) will be available to such joint accounts holder subject to fulfillment of other conditions. One illustration, Miss Nina is a resident of Singapore since 2000. She holds NRE account with Bank of Baroda New Delhi branch. Interest of 10,000 was credited to such account during the year 2020-21. Such interest earned by her shall be exempt from income tax while she files her return for AY 21-22. Miss Nina, same example we have discussed now. Okay, so very simple. Any NRE account interest is exempt, though it is earned by the non-resident from India. Source is located in India but not taxable in India. The next one is 10(4)(c), interest on NRFC, non-resident on foreign citizen on foreign company, on specified offshore RDB. Whenever these particular foreigners, they are investing in India, this is a what you say time bound exemption. It is having sunrise clause and sunset clause. You have to remember that. During particular phase, Government of India wanted to attract a lot of investment in India to obviously handle the economic development activities of India. So many Indian organizations, Government of India, they have issued RDB. RDB means this particular foreigners, they have invested in rupee denominated bonds. Okay, so it's not a foreign currency loan, what you can say, it is Indian currency loan taken from non-resident or foreign companies. Okay. Now, these people have invested in RDB according to the Government of India's policy. So, any interest that we are paying, usually it is taxable, but for a particular period, we have exempted those particular interests. Let's look at this 10(4)(c). Interest payable by Indian company or a business trust. So, it can be an Indian company or a business trust to a non-corporate non-resident or a foreign company in respect of money borrowed from or from a source outside India by way of issue of RDB, Rupee Denominated Bond, during the period. So, this period you have to remember 17 September 2018 to 31st March 2019, this is sunrise clause and this is sunset clause, would be exempted. So, only and only if RDBs are issued in this period, then it is exempted. So, what if it is issued before this period or after this period? For that you have to learn a special rate of tax under 115A and the TDS, along with the TDS provisions where it will become taxable at concessional rate. Okay, it will become taxable at very concessional rate, but right now we are talking about in this period if bonds are issued September 18 to March 19 in 18-19 financial year, please understand. So this like 6-7 month period is there. In this period, this special exemption was prevailing in India. The next exemption is section 10(4)(d), income of a specified fund. Okay, here we are not talking about individual, here we are talking about specified fund on a transfer of certain asset. So what is that specified fund? Let's talk about it. Okay, foreign income accrued or following income accrued or arising or received by the specified fund. There is a definition to specified fund. Any income from a capital asset being a bond of Indian company or public sector company sold by government and purchased by the specified fund. GDR, gross like what you say, global depository receipt, rupee denominated bonds of Indian company or a derivative or other notified securities on recognized stock exchange located in IFSC. This is very, very important. You know that in India right now we are having a place called IFSC where a foreigner can directly invest in India, and we have given a lot of exemption and benefit to it. We have discussed the provision of international financial services in capital gain chapter. IFSC. So here the stock exchange, whatever securities are there, it is located in IFSC, where the consideration is paid in the foreign. Obviously, whenever you enter into IFSC, the consideration will be in foreign exchange. Any income on transfer of securities other than shares of the company, then any income on securities issued by the non-resident. So one NR is issuing security to another NR, not having a permanent establishment in India, and where such income otherwise does not accrue or arise in India. So this is a foreign income. Or any income from a securitization trust which is chargeable under the head PGBP. So this is a provision that we have learned, okay, in securitization trust. To the extent such income accrued or arise is received is attributable to the units held by the non-resident, okay, non-resident not having a permanent establishment in India, computed in a prescribed manner. So what they are saying, all this income on securities, income on securities issued by the non-resident, the income on securitization trust in form of PGBP, all these incomes are exempted only in the hands of, please understand, specified fund. So what type of securities we are talking about? Securities can be any type: shares, script, stock, bond, debenture. So all these derivatives, units of instrument issued by the collective investment scheme, security receipt, units of any other instrument. So it can be mutual fund, it can be shares, it can be debenture, it can be bond. Securities is having very wide, definition. Government securities, any other instrument which is notified by the central government. It also include any other securities or instrument as may be notified by the central government. So this is the general power they are having. Sir, specified fund means what? Okay, a specified fund means what? A fund established, not securities fund, a specified fund. Specified fund means fund established or incorporated in India in form of trust. It can be either a trust or a company or a LLP. Please understand, or a body corporate. Trust, company, LLP or body corporate, which has been granted a certificate of registration under category 3 AIF. Okay, AIF is the alternative investment fund. We have dedicatedly covered this chapter in special rates or assessment of special entities. So there we have covered AIF 1 and AIF 2. AIF 1 and AIF 2 are, they invest in a most secured form of investment. AIF 3 usually invest in startup, little risky investment. So that AIF 3 category, alternative investment fund regulated by SEBI, which is located in International Financial Center, and of which all the units, not 1, 2, all the units are held by the non-resident other than units held by the sponsor and manager. Some Indian sponsor and manager who has incorporated this particular fund, they can hold some nominal amount of holding, but majority investment is held by non-resident, and this unit is located in IFSC. Obviously, we are attracting investment from non-resident in India through IFSC for the specified businesses AIF, which AIF 3, which will invest in Indian startups. Please understand, this is very important for Indian startups. So this kind of investment we have discussed. So whenever income is exempt, please understand, later on we are going to tax. After this lecture, we are going to talk about taxation of non-resident. But taxation of non-resident will happen only when income is taxable. Then we will talk about TDS provision also. But whenever is income is exempted, we will never talk about TDS provision. So in many TDS provision, you can see, okay, any income earned by the fund registered under section 10(4)(d) is exempted. So that time you should know what is there in 10(4)(d). So it is not only important to remember from exemption perspective. In a TDS chapter or in a taxability of NR chapter, they will refer any other interest earned by the fund is taxable, but not for 10(4)(d), 10(4)(c). So all these references will come. That time you should not be wondering what is there in 10(4)(d), 10(4)(c). Therefore, we are touching upon applicable provisions of exemption for non-resident. We will continue this. We will learn few more exemption for non-resident.